On the streets of Chicago, you can never be sure who's pulling up to a stop sign in their Honda Civic.
It's such an adrenaline rush that you just can't help being addicted to it.
When she signs up for race day, she often leaves the track officials perplexed.
Majority of the time, they'll get me confused. They were like, oh, okay, you're driving it for your boyfriend. It's like, no, I'm driving it for me. Well, my mom got me my own toolbox at about 7 or 8. All around the house, I would take things apart, the telephone, the radio, anything I can get a hold of, I would take it apart just to see how it worked. But the deal was, if you take it apart, it needs to be working when you're done. She knew from when I was little, I was about 6, maybe 7, when I came in the house and I was like, I want to race, I want to drive my own car one day, and no one's going to tell me what to do.
In Toy Hamilton's case, the apple did not fall far from the family tree.
When I was pregnant with Toy, I would do a little racing. I was very daring, and that's what she's very daring.
Racing is a family affair for the Hamiltons. Her brother and sister help out. Her mother has always encouraged her, and her father tows her race car in a trailer from his home in Georgia to meet her at events across the country. He knows a little bit about catching the racing bug.
I've been racing myself for about 45 years. Yes, I have, and I've loved it. And I raced here in Chicago when I was living here. No, I had some pretty fast cars back in the day. Yes, I did. And basically, I did the same thing we're doing now years ago. I don't know where Toy, how she picked it up, but she told me one day, Dad, I won't be a race car. I said, no. And she went about 6, 8 months after that. She called me and said, I'm ready for it. Started looking for one, and we found this thing. I didn't try to talk her out of it because I knew how I am about it. But like I told her, it's a lot of work. It's hard work for me in the race car. And to be competitive, anytime you're competing with someone, it's going to be real hard if you're really into it. That's going to be a job.
You can't be grumpy about it. It's fun. You know, you might get upset at different things that might happen. But one of the guys I was racing a couple of years ago, and he was like, oh, you had the mean look on. I was like, okay, you know, I'm in the car. I'm trying to do my thing.
Hot rod culture may be male-dominated, but lately women have been making an impact.
There are quite a few women that are in it now versus before.
The thing that fascinated me the most about it, she's a girl, okay, and being black, you don't see too many black girls participating in this type of, and myself years ago, you don't see too many black guys in it. And by her wanting to do it, it's something unusual.
Toy has a day job as a technical engineer for a video gaming company. She's been racing on weekends for 5 years. In her first racing event, she came in 14th out of 100 cars. Nowadays, when the smoke clears, she's all business.
Just thinking of everything I have to do right now, staying focused and ready to ride.
I tell her to just pray and just take her time and take a deep breath.
The main thing is you have to be kind of comfortable, and you got to be comfortable in the car and relax.
Back on the city streets, Toy Hamilton can use what she learns at the track.
You're cautious in the car, in the street car, as well as you are in the race car. And you take everything just like you would being in the race car. When I go to schools and talk to kids in the library, I also let them know the dangers of racing as well as the dangers in the car. The school I went to recently, the only thing they could think of was crashing. Do you crash? Do you this? I'm like, you know, no, I haven't. I'm trying not to.
The main thing about it is you're getting recognition. And then you're doing something that's constructive. And then the kids watching it, and they'll see it, and that gives them some kind of incentive. Because when they see these cars going fast and making this noise and stuff, and then they see a little small girl out here doing it, this is something.
It hasn't been a hard thing. It's just different because a lot of places I go, they haven't seen black female driving. So it's something different, I guess you could say.
Toy Hamilton's next race in the Midwest will be in September in St. Louis. Hamilton promises more information soon on her website, which you can link through ours.
A struggling sports writer stumbles upon a homeless alcoholic and thinks he scored the heavyweight scoop of the century. After all, the homeless man claims to be a once great boxer who sparred with the likes of Rocky Marciano and Jake Raging Bull LaMotta. Critics are calling Resurrecting the Champ the surprise of the summer. But critics aren't the only ones with opinions. Tonight, we welcome as our critic for a day, Mike North, host of the Mike North Morning Show.
Yeah, Carol.